Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I am on leechess.org and I'm going to hop into the Eastern SuperBlitz Arena. This is a 1 hour, 30-minute event of 3-0 chess. So we'll see who we get in round number 1. GM Burr. Let's go with a French defense. Queen e2 is stopping d5. And how do I want to play this? I'll go for knight f6. Prepared to try and work around a pawn there, but they're not doing that. So what's the story here? Throw my knight on e4. So I have a French structure. This queen is a little misplaced. My knight will be challenged. I wonder if I could maybe treat this as a pawn sacrifice. Bishop to b4. I'll take. Queen's still a little weird. I'd like to get rid of this guy, that's for sure. My bad bishop. Okay, I guess some prep work for an expansion. Let's start with queen b6. All right. And maybe I could work on these squares. I don't think there's any great drawback with knight a5. Still 2 moves out from castling, so is white. I have c4 and b3. A knight, if a knight is on that b3, it's tough to contest this file, so I like these 2 options. I'm also in a spot for this. That was probably the first thought that crossed my mind, but the knight certainly has some forward prospects. So if I play bishop here right now, knight here first. Knight here and bishop a4 is interesting. Knight here, a5, a4. Here, rook there, I don't have much time. Let's go for something straight. A bit more straightforward, not as sophisticated. Okay. Gotta take. I'll keep queens on. Alright, we'll exchange. Oh, no. Oh, I was ready to blunder. Bishop takes bishop in b. No, it's queen takes queen with check. Okay. Seeing ghosts here. So this is going to be the main imbalance. I'm anticipating these guys will be exchanged. And at least one rook will be exchanged. Let's go here. I need the flight square still. Bishop here could maybe be a thing. This might have been a little too quick. I'll still sneak over bishop here if the queen tries to infiltrate. I'll initiate the exchanges here. My king could help out in defending the queen entry points. I'm not sure how to approach this. Let's put my pawns on light. Down on time. Let's insert this check. Gonna block. I don't know how to make forward progress in this from this position. I have to watch out here. What's that knight up to? Trying to get... Not sure what kind of break they're going for. I didn't see that was a... Yeah, I'll take the draw offer. It's a bit too locked. Tough first round opponent. That's for sure. I believe that is... Well, no, I actually checked it out just before. That's... They have it in their profiles. Zvia de Zoria. Very strong. We've played many times. So this is a pretty rare... Okay, I'm winning a piece here. Knight c6 needed to be played. Okay, they resigned. This is a pretty rare thing for me to do here. That is a local record of an Eastern SuperBlitz Arena. Normally I'm doing these things while live streaming and then uploading to YouTube, but doing a local record this time around. 359 in there. Riddick 24 up next. All right, Sicilian territory. I'll damage the structure and look forward to having my pawn on c4 and e5, hopefully. And I'm gonna try and play against the bishop, so already I have to take some steps to make sure this guy doesn't come out and about. I could still be pushed away, and this path can be cleared. But I'm going to try and make that difficult. At the very least, I have a good outpost on c4 if my knight needs to go. So I'm actually all right with this. Okay, so they're allowing me to take their dark square bishop. I think I'll jump at that chance and put another knight on c4. This is not there just yet. I have a double attacking move, so if I can control this pawn from getting to e5, I am basically controlling this bishop. That move, let's duck that particular exchange. Another thing to note, I guess, is that if we enter an opposite color bishop position, I'm kind of still cool with that too. My dark square bishop, I believe, is one that will find a much more productive role in this environment within this structure. So I have an unopposed dark square bishop, and it usually makes a lot of sense to throw that guy right on the main diagonal. So right here is a very sore spot. Black certainly needs to take some care. Knight f4 I feel I could work around. The knight is not connected with any other black piece. This structure does a good job of controlling the bishop. I have extra protection over this knight. And I could look for maybe some aggressive moves right now. I don't believe knight b4 will be very disruptive. And there's no f6 because I have an in-between check. Also, that's creating a big gap on g6, so tough to really boot this knight away. Guess we'll begin with, can I do something a little different? About queen here, hits the bishop and the pawn. I feel like queen's kind of going astray if she plays there. I don't think a pawn advance of c4 is going to be very disruptive. Sometimes this can happen so the bishop can get on the main diagonal like this guy is. All right. Let's simply centralize for right now. I mean, I'd like to land some trick against g7, but I'm just not seeing that just yet. If I move my knight, they exchange queens. I mean, I could go for that and then try and track down some of these weak pawns. I'm thinking a little bit less about that now that I've inserted this flight square, though, because I would much rather, if I'm going to exchange queens, rather be recapturing towards the center. So now that this pawn has advanced, it's a bit more accessible to my bishop and knight. So even though I may be taking away from the center after queen, okay, so hang on. What if I begin with, I'll go for with, I'll make some weaknesses in my position. I don't think these gaps I've created, namely the hole on e3, is accessible, or can be taken advantage of. So there can be pressure here. Looking at queen f2, maybe even this. The bishop here is landing a skewer. Knight on b4 could interfere with that. 22 seconds for my opponent, so now they're making life a little bit easier for me, because I get to step up here. This is a square that black no longer has control over with their last move. They're eyeing up f5, which is a good post for the knight, but structurally this is very rough for black. And I'm pretty sure losing. Actually the rook is trapped. Well, time issue. So we'll swipe the rook first. Take with the king if we're going to have a queen exchange. And I guess this one's going to end soon. I'll defend like that. This knight seems to be a convenient defender of the c2 pawn. Okay, we continue. The bird is being thrown my way. f4. An accelerated Dutch. All right, where do I want my dark square bishop? I'm gonna go for this. I'm going for this because, well, let's go here. I want to be in a spot to meet a4 with a6. I'm going to go here. My idea is that I'm opening up a new square for the bishop. I'd like to develop with check. And if I can provoke this move, I'm happy. Because this was really their idea, but now it's not so easy to get in. I'm going to play here, not here. I'm keeping this open for my knight. This is the big square right now in the position, so they're getting that move in. And I guess we're going to take... Oh, they're taking like that. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. All right, I think I need to be careful. Yeah. Now, what do I play here? All right, I guess we're going to chop. Okay. Now I have to be very careful. I definitely have to be careful. I don't really like my position. This has opened up. They were able to get an e4 there, so. Yikes. Maybe I back off. Don't allow that knight to exchange so easily. Yeah, let's hang on to this guy. Oh, of course they have this. Yeah, I wanted a guard here. Okay, knight f6, or here. Gets my light square bishop. This is going to be a problem. Yeah, that's looking pretty good too. I almost don't even want to. Let's go here. Yeah. I'm in trouble. I'm realizing I'm covering this square at least. I'd like to hopefully close down this position a little bit. It's not going to be easy. I believe I'll be losing a pawn soon. Yep. Not much I could do about that. I think I have to castle. No matter what I do, I feel like I'm in trouble. On the clock and position. I needed more time to execute what I wanted to do, get some maneuvers in, but yeah, that was way off. I don't think their last couple moves have helped their position a whole lot. There's queen checks here. I have tricks. I'm close to having tricks. The king, a lot of stuff is on dark squares. Yeah, queen c5 could land maybe something good. This bishop, by the way, is short on squares, I'm just realizing. I'm threatening this right now. That move. Okay. Can I work with that? How can I, Oh, I'm giving the bishop this square. What am I doing? Yeah. Didn't really gain a whole lot with that sequence. I have only helped my opponent. That's it. Yeah, this is busted. Queen checks. I have a perpetual at minimum. At minimum, perpetual. Yeah. Huh. Nice move. Oh, yeah, they have that too. Okay, I should be resigning long ago, down on time and position. Guess that idea to play the check, that time waste. Bishop check, bishop back. That e4 move came too fast. I could have played it a little different even after that break was in, not allowing them to get my light square bishop. But I still wasn't really going to be enjoying my position there, because the main thing is that the position was opening up and I was way too behind in development. All right, on we go. I don't have any great discoveries against the queen. I guess we could try this. Go after the b pawn. Isn't that queen a little short on squares? Force the queens off. It feels like it's really close to that. Wouldn't mind a queen exchange. I'm taking with this rook. Get off of this diagonal. Let's play here. I think this is where there's likely to be some files opening up. See if they take me. This bishop is their best piece. Okay. Let's keep playing on the queen side. That guy again, best piece. Let me try and get rid of it. Bishop d6. Then it feels a little bit more, I feel a little bit more comfortable moving my rooks out and about. Okay, so things are heating up, or moving about on the queen side. Those two guys working on adjacent diagonals were scaring me. All right, I think it makes sense to, maybe I could take control over the only open file. I'm there first, right? If we chop and then rook c6, I already have the battery going on. I have to take some extra care over this square, so if the knight is able to get there in a timely fashion, could be in some trouble. And he's going for that. I see. I'll go with rook here. I want to watch out for this square. Knight here into d3, c5. The number one square that has my attention right now is c5. They're playing this well. I don't know if I really mind giving up my light square bishop. They're supporting a knight jump into c5. I guess I'm going to have to work around it. Maybe work some magic on the f2 square. Oh, I have this. Maybe that... Yeah, my knight helps to fight the c5 square. Oh, they also have that. All right, suppose we start with this first, though. How to recapture? I don't want the passer. I want to track this guy down. Yeah, that one. Okay, we'll get the light square bishops off. I guess get rolling. How do I want to break? I guess we'll go like this. I want to pass her on the outside. I don't see any great entry points. Okay, what if this? Able to do that? Break up their pawns like this? Oh, I get a pawn like that. This was not calculated. I want my knight back to targeting this guy, though. I don't know if the timing is going to be there. Hopefully. Our pawns are we're going into Pac-Man mode. Oh, they didn't defend that pawn. Not sure why not. Down on time. Okay. I want a knight exchange. Can we get that? I want to get this break in. Not gonna be easy. It's looking like a draw. Yep. Yeah, that'll do it. Ooh, they're going for a win. Oh. That's trouble for them. They were going for the win. It is still possible to win on time there. Sneaky guy. All right. Lucked out with a win there. I'm still in search of a 4. 12202. I'm in 74th. 659 in there. There's your first page. Burr has slipped up. Who knocked him off? Timu. All right. An hour 6 to go. Let's try d4. Armada BCM. And first is 22. That's a little odd. Quick development for the bishop. All right. I'm going to go straight for an attack against the knight. I'll go with that. My instinct says, I was thinking just go with e4 straight away, open it up. Now in that earlier game, my opponent blundered. They didn't play that knight c6 move. Different story in this game. I have the bishop pair, and they're taking pretty quick there. I like that I get to recapture with my bishop on its first move. These tricks. Queen c2 if they go for that. Form some battery. I want to open some lines. So now this knight is nailed down for at least a move. Maybe they flick in a flight square. Let's go with this. I probably want to insert both a4, c4. I might want to give up my dark square bishop for the knight. I don't know how productive it'll end up being. Huh. I'm actually gonna... I feel like it might not even have a great role in this game if I don't get rid of it right then and there. So I'll play with this imbalance. I'll get my flight square, and I don't want to see knight g5. If I have to play that, yeah, I'd rather this. Okay, and if I play here... let's reposition my bishop, get it out of this stuff. Bishop on f3 offsets the knight. All right, I could play here, I could chop first here, knight b4, b4, here, knight b4. Yeah, there's something, the knight can't be supported. Knight b4, queen b3, and if they go here, I win the b5 pawn. So what I'm doing with this last move is eliminating my weakest pawn. No great forks. Looking at these forward moves. These are the main ones on the queen side I'm looking at. These are both isolated and weak. These are the three isolated points. Rook on the 7th. Maybe this first to stop this, and then they may be close to gluing in the knight on b5. They may be going for c4. If I could saddle black with an isolated d-pawn, I'd be a fan. I think the knight's going to return to d5. Let's still go here. Knight d5, maybe then I take. If this pawn is backward, I'm cool with that. Still looking for something here. I want to be able to bite at something, create some weakness. Okay, so I have a pawn. Exchange rooks first and then take here. I like getting one rook off, take with the queen, and keep my rook in the corner. Move my queen and push away. My bishop controls the corner square if this guy ever moves, threatening another pawn. I see no reason not to take here. Pressure on f2, but that's it. These are offset. I just have to watch out for the queen sneaking in. Even if this ends up falling, shouldn't really be that big of a deal because I have this covered very well. But I should probably not even allow that in the first case. So I'm going to make a pretty defensive looking move. Stop the queen from even getting to a point where she gets here. And I have a clear plan. Up 2 pawns, rook ideally placed now, good coordination all across the board. Probably just swipe this knight. Yeah, let's take him out. Make sure there's no tricks. And let's get rolling. Yeah, the queen going back. I ended up getting the rook. Here, queen in the corner, the rook falls in the end. Yeah, 2 jobs too many. Has to stop the pawn and defend. Something's got to give. Oh no. Okay. Not a clock ticker. All right, let's make it very, very clean. Get the queens off. All right, they resigned. I'm back to tournament land, an hour to go. That first hour, our first half hour flew by. I've got 9. I don't think I'm going to berserk any games. Just trying to get some good games in there. It is possible to win without berserking. It's happened before. But it's not very likely with that early loss there. We'll see, though. What do I want to do here? Stop b4 for just a move. I'll go with this, queen d7. Okay, so this square I could try and work with. Hop it in right away. And let's move this knight. Okay. I think that's maybe an issue because I get this clamping down move. The queen and knight are no longer on that, so these guys are frozen. This knight should find a nice home here. I'm going to support the knight with the b pawn. I want to take towards the center. All right, they're going to go there. I think that's a good move. All right. I have to watch out for that move. This wasn't a good move. I was just kind of playing some hope chess there that I'd be able to get this exchange. I think a better approach would be to stop my bishop g5 idea and only then proceed. So what do I want to do from here? I want to close down the king side if I can. Let's start with this. g5, f6, or actually the order should probably be f6, g5. My queen can be challenged. Let's start with f6. Because I'm winning, structurally speaking, on the queen side. Okay, so the queens are off. And now maybe I don't care to even close it up. Let's begin with this knight. No, maybe I like keeping the knight here for a second. Let's try this kind of break. A rook on b3, exerting pressure on these two weak points. This guy, trying to play against him. Maybe it was wiser to play g5, I'm not sure. Gotta do something quick. Anyhow, those are the two plans that quickly crossed my mind. Let's do it now. Yeah, let's be consistent. Said A, let's go with B. Okay, that's a pawn. And that's another pawn. I'm being gifted many pawns here. I'm on the rook. Defend here, and now I'm on this pawn. I don't really want to take that, though. Take on passant. I'm on this. Yeah, they're missing some stuff here. Okay. Let's go here and control the bishop. All right, they resigned. Yeah, they went astray there. Again, I made a, I guess in a way I was playing hope chess briefly there when I played bishop f6. Because after h4, it kills my idea and I'm obstructing my f-pawn. And I probably end up having to undo it. That f5 move, or f4 move, was good on their part. Didn't really like how I played that one. Okay, let's get the guy, the bad guy, out and about. I like my position. Better c-pawn. Better queen bishop. I'll go here. Maybe they take. I get to recapture in one. Okay. I don't know. My queen initially came there to support this pawn to avoid the some variations where they're taking there. Now, I know I just ducked this exchange. I'm kind of playing it like that this bishop is still so good it's going to need to be challenged. Right. I'll exchange now. And now this maneuver that I'm going for is what I was trying to do in that game that I lost. I think I'll be able to get in this sequence of moves I was trying for in that game. This is a big gap. I could jump in. I've been in a spot where I could have jumped in for a couple moves now. I also have this square, which is helpful if they try and challenge. Yeah. So I'll go with this right now. And the big difference here is the E4 and E5 squares. So what about them exactly? It's that E5 is not a hole, but E4 is a hole. Isn't a hole for black, is a hole for white. I have the better bishop too. All right. How to improve. Go here first. Is that queen short? Oh, she's actually quite short on squares. Let's go with this idea. All right. Okay, they're going to challenge my knight. I'm going to try exchange and then play in the center. Here. Let's try this. Need a break. G5. Queen on this square should be pretty good. I could also consider, yeah, let's stop this move. Let's consider this move right now, or do I baby step it? Maybe we still focus on the queen side, this break, or I may want to close it down completely, keeping my options open still at this moment. Bishop's unprotected. I'm in a pin here. Let's try this. I'm going with the least committal moves first. Okay, I'm going to try this now. Here and then here. Still have options though. Okay, that move. Yeah, let's give it a go. I'm already opposite their king. Let's take with the bishop. I want to keep this file opened. Now I think that this is going to be tough to defend. We'll see. I don't want the queen giving check. I want to double up first and then maybe pull the trigger on this. Okay. Where's the mate? Is there a mate? Let's take. Winning a pawn. Is that really enough? Check, I fall back. Want the queens off. Check on G5. Getting the queens off. Be careful. If I could get here, I win. And I should be getting there. I have a tempo too. That's important. In some cases, I think in this one, not even having a tempo should have been all right. "10 seconds. Actually, I think the cleanest win is the one that just is going to go right to mate. Yeah. I get to go like that. They could, once they move their B pawn, I take, and then their C or A pawn. If I take with my c-pawn, their c-pawn has moves. If I take with my a-pawn, their a-pawn has moves. And I'll be mating in a couple from there. So I got 17, and first is 26, 40, just under 50 minutes to go. Okay. Sicilian, maybe we go closed Sicilian. All right. Early pawn moves, I think these are all healthy. They've basically stopped my bishop from coming out and about. All right, knight there is a little unusual. If I play f5 right now, let's go with f5. My queen is, after all, opposite the king. And I'll take. I don't know, at least I don't have to worry about that knight going to d4 as easily. All right, guess we castle. I could have considered something else though. Maybe let's do it now. Take here, and then we have this queen h5 check. Queen's getting here. It's not the end of the world though. For black, they have queen d4, which solves everything. Oh, not everything. They'd still be down a pawn. All right, let's start with that one. And take here. Getting a second pawn. Is there better than a queen exchange? Could support my queen. I like that idea. Queen exchange still can't be avoided, and I'm in a spot to exchange light square bishops. That I'd like to have happen. Light square bishop exchange and a knight right here. Let's get the rook on the only open file. Guess they're trying rook d6. Yeah, rook d6. Can I be a pest? Queen here? Let's give that a go. I have the safer king. The queen can't go too far. We'll see. Okay. Guess we're getting the queens have to come off now. Or no, I could sneak in here. I'm still in a spot to play this move. There's a check on d4, but again, there'd be a problem here. Oh, so I got the exchange. Exchange queens now, I guess, and just put the knight in the center. Okay, so it should be clean from here. I could give my rook back. I have a couple pawns. I'll go here. I want c4. They should try this, so I don't get that one in, but now connected passer, straighten the pawns out, and the approach should be pretty clean. They might have been ready to move the bishop and put the king here, so just want to demote the king in some way. If it goes back or here, the king is there to offset. Flush it back further. Put everything on light to start. This guy won't hurt me. And improve. Guess here. King up, flush the king back. Threatening mate. Let's go here first. Then this. Can't stop it. Okay. Oh, that's a fast pairing. Well, let's try c4. Just under 45. Bishop b4 or not? No bishop b4. a3. Well, let's play d4 now. Yeah, that bishop post is making me think a bit more about this push. Or even this recapture with tempo. I'm thinking about opening up this diagonal now. All right, is this coming too slow? What I'm doing here? I guess it is. c5. Yeah, I don't have anything out of the opening. Guess we could start with this, though. Be patient for a move with this tension. Okay, wait. Take here? Oh, let's go with this. Bishop f6. I guess we exchange queens. Yeah, let's exchange. So this is very dull. Only a structure imbalance. I guess we'll queenside castle. I don't know if I like that. Bishop here is annoying. I could develop my my bishop. Because if this, I have that g7 square in mind. This is my best piece. Coordinated really well with my queenside. Should be a balanced position. Okay, let's go kingside. Bishop b3 is still a little annoying. Maybe I go here. Yeah. Their bishop's too good, or it's going to be too annoying. So I guess I'm okay with, let's expand before this is stopped. And I also have this square f3. Cozy home there, light square. So my reasoning, I guess, is it was okay to damage my pawns just to eliminate that light square bishop that I was anticipating was going to be a bug. Let's go here. I like that move b5. All right, I'm not sure about that one, though, because I have something to bite at. I have checks threatening the pawn. Whoa. Allowing me to take that. My rook is out of control now. Close to mate, maybe. Coordination. Yeah, it was definitely gifted. That pawn. Let's insert a quick check. Okay, I have some tricks now. Take here, and then have this follow-up. Bishop c5. They're in a pin, so let's keep it for a move. Oh, no. Let's take this pawn. Now we have a 2-to-1 majority on the queen side. Keep those pins. All right. That's a slick move. Huh. Yeah. I didn't know if I was going to be winning if I took like that. So now I have my work cut out for me still. I'm pretty sure I know how to win this, but I wanted the king and pawn ending. What am I doing? Just push this guy and create a passed e-pawn. And that'll win. Passed e-pawn will do the trick. If the king tries to stop it, then I get that fancy skewer. 11 seconds to do it. Not super confident with being able to pull off these games compared to if I wasn't recording because computer goes a little slower. Very often doesn't go as smooth. Okay, they resigned. Didn't test my my mouse. 25 with fire, 34 is in first. 39 minutes to go. Handshake 1. We've played a couple. All right, they're allowing e5. Let's play with the quick f5. How do I want to recapture? We'll go with the pawn. It's already a little scary. Knight f6, stopping this. Bishop there. I feel like I'm okay with the dark square bishop exchange. Oh, let me offer dark square bishop exchange. I may want to take with my queen. I think I want to try that. Threatening the bishop. Maybe it backs off and says this guy's clumsy. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Connect to my knights. I'm also stopping knight to h4. Let's go here. Maybe sneak my queen over. I want to be careful of knight b5 though. Here, knight b5, I may want to flick in a6 first. This, I'm going to meet with that, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's... Yeah, they're definitely getting ready for a piece drop on that square. Maybe I... Yeah, let's go for it. They've weakened themselves a little bit. Try and pry at that g-pawn. And back off. Maybe they don't even win that pawn now. I like... Just before I played this move, I was thinking to myself, well, I'm opening up this guy's eyes. Bishop g4 can really sting. Can try and work on some pin. I'm expecting at some point c3 to control the knight and also open up a queen check. Knight f5 can also be pretty good in this position. There. Let's get a fast mover in there. Should I play g5? You know what? I think I like g5. Take away this square from these knights. Are they really going for this move? Oh, they're going for that. I don't want to take the... I want to keep this file open, so... And now with this in, it's tough to get out of the pin. I mean, the queen can move right now because the bishop babysits, and maybe it's necessary that white get out of the pin right now. Okay, that one. So I could take the light square bishop and then give a check with my queen. Maybe I keep him in a pin. It's getting sharp. Rook g1 is nearby. I feel like this was not a wise choice. Tell you what, we'll take, and then I'll play here. I'll still leave this check opened. This king can't feel too comfortable on h3. I want to take here. The rook on f4 would be very good. A rook or a knight, and I think I'm getting one of the two. I have a lot of pieces that are just moments away from maybe doing something against their king. This guy is not yet playing. This guy will soon be their best piece, I believe. Feel that those knights are under control. So hopefully that's the case. This rook is doing a lot of good. We'll get the check in. Double rooks, double trouble. Where's the king go? G2? Now the rook in the corner isn't going to be productive. But I could see why you would want to go here, hugging these pieces, some defense there. I push this knight away. Push here, push here. Let's try for something. To watch out for the checks. Queen on f5 feels right. Looking at this, I want to make this knight budge. This opens up squares for my bishop, my knight. My bishop's pinned. Feel like he's just a pawn for right now. Queen b3, how am I reacting to that? So if I push right now, well, what's the story here? This is not yet a threat. I got the king in between. Maybe they're moving the king right now? I could defend with rook here. Maybe I could even allow the capture. No, I probably want to defend and then crash through on f2. They're down on time. It's got sharp real fast. Okay, let's take here first. Yeah, take here. Defend here. Or simply take the knight. Taking the knight was an option. Pawn, knight, rook. How is it all defended? I'm hitting everything, actually. Take a pawn. Okay, they're down on time. Huh. That got way, way sharp early. All right. 32 to go. Over 1,000 in here. Approaching 1,200. In 7th. Let's try d4. Twitch Fish Chess. 5th time playing. Let's go with this. c4 is probably one of the most popular ones. Okay, I like the structures that I end up getting. I think bishop e7 instead of d6 is the way. I like going for this. Those of you who are more positionally minded may take a liking to this thing here. A knight on d5 playing against this d6 pawn, the backward pawn. I have an option to take here and then win the d6 pawn. And I think I'll actually go for that. There's no bishop move with check. We're on opposite colors. This guy can't move with check. Queen exchange, I'll go for that. And let me first go here. I want to get rid of the pressure on this point. It's kind of awkward. And let's get this move in. Try and justify this move. My knight will be kicked back, but at least I'm saying now my f-pawn is playing. This is now a new square, I'm realizing. I'm okay with this exchange. I'm foreseeing that I could have my pawns constructed on dark. I want to open up this diagonal for my bishop. Let's do it right now. Knight there. Didn't anticipate that one. Could go here. I don't think there's any tricks. Knight here, b3, rook check, king here, and then I win a piece. Okay. And now we simply contest this file. It's close to a king and pawn ending. Like if we exchange both rooks and then I get my bishop right here, the knight is dominated. And I get to play b4. I guess they have that, but... Alright, maybe we continue to push. So my pawns may end up on light squares, but if I have a connected passer and a connected passer that deep, there's problems. So this is a 1 king and pawn ending, basically. Should I insert the check? I don't think so. I'm going to keep this duo as is. Well, actually, why not? Let's flick in the check. Because my bishop is now squashing both knight and king, threatening to win the pawn. And I'm able to win. Yeah, let me just make sure if I could get my king b4. Yeah, I could win this pawn too. Yeah, let's do it. I could also go here. And I'm going to go here and just say the knight's dead. Now we'll go here. 46 seconds. Going back and forth with my thoughts there. Yeah. Let's keep going. I don't think it's really necessary to move a pawn over here. I'll go with this guy. I don't want to give that square up. That earlier game where the king was kind of stalemated and there was some pawn play that would, you know, allow for them to have a move with one of their pawns. That's not going to be the case here. Their pawns are too close to mine. All right, they resigned. Chewed up a lot of time going back and forth on what approach to take in that position in the ending. King and pawn ending or not. Maybe if I could do it over again, I wouldn't have inserted the check when the rooks were in tension with that one. Try d5. Oh, we played. Oh, that was that. Oh, yeah, right. That sharp game. We're back at it. Another game. Much, much, much more tame in this game. Controlled. Not concerned about the checks with the bishop or queen. I don't mind the double G pawns. Sometimes there's a concern if the knight could get to g5, queen on h4, but it's a little far-fetched. Seems like this will likely open up. c8. Feels like it's more of a robotic move. Oh, let's centralize. Oh, okay, but now they're actually justifying their ideas, playing this one next. I see. All right, let's take here. Have the queen opposite my queen. Because then if they get the e5 break in, I can take and then the queens come off. It still should remain pretty equal. Maybe they take here first. Okay, let's see what they do. They're going to be better. Let's get the queens off. Yeah, they're going to have an active rook. Maybe I get the flight square in the process. Yeah, we're taking with the bishop. Taking with the bishop. Bishop h6 is annoying. White is clearly better. think I have to try for... No, it's not quite back rank mate. I guess rook d8, and my king goes for this little tightrope walk. A night game coming up. Exchange king here, rook here. No, here, I want to keep the rook on, I think. Huh. That one. Okay. If I take here. Okay, I wanted to keep the knights on. It's reminding me of a recent rapid game I played where there was this idea my opponent could potentially give check and then step up. I don't really have any better than this draw. I don't want to see the rook hit over here. Yeah, I can't justify avoiding that repetition. So even though it's not great for the tournament standings, I think that's just the objective best that I could do there. I didn't really appreciate that rook to d1 move. My immediate reaction was quite critical of it, but I should have reacted a little differently there. Maybe capturing first on d4, and then once they have a fixed pawn on that d4 square, then I can proceed. Something I have to be careful about here is this g4 move. Yeah. Maybe even still right now, huh? That's hitting pretty fast. Let's go here. Am I already in trouble? No. Okay. Feels like they've played this one before. Suppose I begin with bishop here. Alright, it's getting a little scary here with these pawns. We're just 11 moves in and they have 2 pawns in my house. Now this, I think, is big trouble for white because I could throw my pawns, I could lock down the king side, and my king's going to have a very safe square on g7. This guy is in rough shape. Queenside castle, I need to get out of this pin, otherwise the knight jumping in like this will be super painful. Holy smokes. Didn't see that one coming. Wow. Chop, knight takes, queen here, knight f6, check. There's also a push. Maybe I could... Let's begin with this one. I don't know. Maybe I take one move later. Alright, let's try it now. Still going to be scary. No doubt. Queenside castle. Yepper. If there's an aggressive move... Oh! It's just saying if there's an aggressive move, my opponent is going with it right away. Whew. Well, I'm toast here. Didn't see that. That hurts. I think they should have flicked in a check. How many pawns am I down? 1. Is there hope? I grab that knight. Knight might be close to trapped. Stay focused here. Could take. I take the knight, then they have something fancy. Not sure why I didn't go here. Wow, way down on the clock. Oh, long road ahead here for me. Wow. Man. They just take my pawn. Easy enough. Plenty of ways to do it. Sneaky guy. One second is not a lot. Smokes. Oh, man. 9 lives. Don't know how I pulled that one off. It's beat many times over. Phew. All right, 17 minutes to go. Lucky, lucky. All right. Benoni. Yeah, they're getting that move in. And it's comfortable for black already. This guy really doesn't do a whole lot. I've made life way too easy here for black. Okay. What am I going for long term? Not really sure. I guess we're going to try for this in d5. I have to. I have a central majority. Can we do something with that? Push and then f5 might be a thing. Yeah. Let me first do this. Bishop controls this knight. I have to be prepared to swipe the knight. Just getting off of this diagonal for starters. Okay, knight. I think I need to take my guy. Oh, so they're going to give up the dark square bishop? Is that the thing? I have this square now, too. Yeah. Take. Oh, I think they missed that this was a move. Do I get pushing? Put the knight or bishop on d4. Knight right here is going to be powerful. Queen in the center first. If I go here, there's knight takes e4. I push. I'm gonna push. Rook takes pawn. Takes pawn. Oh, there's knight check here. Yeah, they see it. Whoa. Queen takes knight. It's not really helping. I'm toast here. That's pretty clean. I'm in a pin and I cannot get out of it. Okay. Any tricks? For one trick. Oh, maybe this. Save my rook, at least. Get out of the pin with check. Way down on the clock. Could probably take. Might be closer to a... Yeah. Time, though. Trying to cut off their king with my last move. Feels like objectively it might be a draw. It's time, though. Why'd I go there? Ugh. Oh, man. That knight getting into d3 was brutal. Well, that opening play by me was very bad. I didn't get a good setup at all. That's for sure. They got everything they wanted. So that's definitely something I need to work on. Because it felt like it went right by even and it was already better for black. Once we got to a certain point, they get rid of their light square bishop too easily. They get that c4 move in, space. Too much good stuff. All right, 11 minutes to go. Not easy working around this guy. Try and resolve this tension. Bishops are scaring me. All right, don't hurt me. Put the rook here. I feel like my knight wants to... Let's do this. Threaten mate there. Yeah. Okay. Getting sharp. No, let's start with this, actually. Because now if the queen can't go to h4 and queen here, I have bishop g5. Be very careful about my dark squares now. Okay, so I've at least pulled the queen away from seeing h7. This idea, that idea. Chop here. All right. Maybe... Okay. I'm hoping... Playing a little hope chess with this move. Hoping for something like that, yeah. Okay, this was my idea, to have this double attacking move. I felt like that rook maybe needed to defend the knight, but it's still scary over here. Oh, there's queen back that defends. I didn't see that one. Okay. Get this guy. Put my rook here. My queen, for the moment, is really only functioning like a rook. Take with the knight. I'll keep with the pawn. Knight on f8, no mate? I feel like I just want to take that knight. Let's get rid of him. Pins. Right here, pins. So fixated just right then and there with... I was thinking, oh, they're going to land a skewer. No, that guy's still pinned. The tri-rook here. Now, if I drop this queen right here, activate my knight. Let's go here first. No, I shouldn't have done that. Let's come back. Keep my rook defended. Oh my goodness. They're unpinned with that last move. That was horrible. Now I'm trying for perpetuals that aren't there. And I'm down on time. Oh, that was such an awful sequence. Very bad. Man, that was really bad. Okay. Holy smokes. Bishop f1 unpinned. Yeah. Okay, I'm out of page 1, 11th here. The goal, I guess, is going to be to try and get to page 1. Nearly 1,400 in here. One final game, hopefully will count. Need a 2. Get on page 1. Burr is running away with it, 68. All right, final game. See how it goes. Overall, not very happy with how I'm playing. But it's not easy. Not easy playing and trying to provide some commentary. So I like that I have this in. Bishop on e3, knight here, and now I could go for this kingside expansion. I don't foresee the center opening up in a way that's going to really be getting at my king. They may be ready to try for something like that. sacrifice here, actually. G5, chop, 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 chop. This F5 move, F4, is actually nearby. Let's go with F3. One of the downsides I see with F3 is that if I were to play G5, they have knight H5, but not after this move. So this is a very good structure to get in. Let me challenge their best piece. I've played this position, this structure before, where I have given up my good bishop for this knight, but it's in a different... excuse me, it's a little different with the... I've done that when there's like a hole on B5, and there's some kind of lockdown I have with A4. I'm going here so that I could reroute to this square and once more challenge the knight. All right, I guess we'll try for this and get my B pawn rolling. Actually, let's go one step first. I want my knight on D3, but if I do that right away, my bishop is blocked. Let's go here. I basically just sit. Okay, so now it's closed on the queen side a bit more. Let's go here. That's your home, king. 323. Rook A1 is what I'm prepared to play. I'll take, try and work on this guy. Wow. All right, let's try and open it up. Bishops are covering squares. Sometimes this can be a move to get that E5 square. I have enough on this. I have 3 on that one. They miscounted, I guess. Just want a pawn. I try bishop here to grant the rook some squares. I'm going to fall back here. I could take that pawn, but I want this guy around to defend some squares near my king, in case things get crazy. Get to the open file and push this guy. That's the big plan. Stop queen here first. I guess they're ready for some fancy stuff. Which by this point, oh no, actually I have this. Rook takes pawn might have been a thing. Let's keep pushing. Rook takes pawn. All right, let's get rid of this guy. He's a potential blockader. My knight and bishop complement each other really well on this file. And from here, could go here. Rook on F6. Now that there's no dark square bishop. Rook on F6 with this push. Rook takes knight I should be aware of as well. Let's get going. Could have captured here. Or no, now I'm in a spot to capture there. Go with that guy. 57 seconds. Let's take here. I feel like I don't even want to take that bishop. Get the queen. "20 seconds. Gonna get this game in. Could have captured the rook too. Barely. All right, did I get the first page? I did. Okay. A buzzer beater. 8th overall, 1404 in there. Burr, my first round opponent, took it. Had a couple losses in there. Me too. Was my final standing. 2 draws, 2 losses, and some wins. 17 games overall. Let's have a look at the top 100. Say good games all soon. Page 2, 3, 4, 5. So a little bit different of a video than when I'm streaming and playing. All right. Maybe it's something I'll do once in a while. We'll see. Good games all. All right.